MagSafe on the iPhone is a great and neat feature that users like myself and many of you probably enjoy. But are you annoyed with that case that doesn't deliver with a strong magnetic ring on the back of it?
You're right.
Well, if you're looking to find a solid and strong MagSafe iPhone case, then you're in the right spot, as I'll be testing several of them out to see which one's the strongest, so stay tuned. Now, before I get into my review, are you looking for a new wallet and planning on getting rid of that thick bifold wallet? Then EKSTER's brand of amazing, slim, sleek, and quickly accessible wallets is something you really need to check out. I recently got my hands on some of them, and they certainly offer great features, including quick card access, where it fans out all of your cards at a click of a switch, making that card search a lot easier. In addition to that, you won't have to worry about wireless theft, thanks to all of them offering RFID protection. Moreover, EKSTER offers two AirTag wallet options for those Apple users like myself who use AirTags to track down their items, like this cool wallet. But if you're not interested in one of these, they do offer other variety of wallets, which can include the Solar Tracker card that will do the same thing like an AirTag. Frankly, to me, EKSTER offers the best high-quality compact and modular wallets you can get, and if you're looking for one, go ahead and check out their lineup by clicking the link in the video description below, and apply the code TECHUP to get an additional discount on a brand new wallet. So, it's been a while since I last checked out what the strongest iPhone MagSafe case is, and I wanted to do a follow-up to see which one is the strongest this time around. So I'll be testing several cases out on my iPhone Pro Max, but I'll point out what other iPhone models these cases are available in. Once again, I'll also be testing out the Apple MagSafe case in this video, since it's a go-to common case for most iPhone users, and I'll see how well it compares to some other strong MagSafe case competitors. During this comparison, I'll test out the magnetic ring on all of them with the usual MagSafe accessories and see how well they hold up to my light shake tests. On top of that, I'll test them out with my MagSafe charging puck, and I'll perform the ever so verifiable Gaussmeter readings to see which one truly has the strongest magnets on its case. Oh, and of course, I'll go over the usual design and features, overall protection, as well as grip and fit of each case. Lastly, I'll throw in some other notable iPhone cases into this comparison, which I've reviewed already towards the end, so to give you even more strong MagSafe case options to look at, since there's so many MagSafe cases, and especially ones with strong magnets. Now, the first one I'll be going over is Apple's Clear MagSafe case, and it's a good case to go over to set the stage for this strong MagSafe case comparison. It's a common case that hasn't changed since the last model, with it featuring the noticeable opening at the bottom part of it, so it won't offer full protection. However, even with that opening, it still offers a decent lip around the front of the screen for your iPhone, and a decent lip around the camera on the back. Now, these lips are pretty small, but they still do the job in providing some of that raised lip protection. And there's also no flex or bend on the front of the case near the edges, which is a plus. Now, aside from that, it doesn't offer any more additional protection features on the inside or outside of the case. As for the buttons on it, to me, they were my least favorite out of these cases, with them being stiff and having no travel to them once pressed. Personally,
It stinks.
And Apple could do better. Also, the ring and silent slider is quite small when accessing it, and the port and speaker cutout at the bottom is wide open like mentioned earlier. Now, the fit and grip isn't personally my favorite, as I noticed putting the iPhone into the case is fairly easy, and when taking it out, it's not that bad, but it's best to remove it from the bottom part of the case. But where it really has issues is when the iPhone is in the case and it feels like the fitting of the iPhone inside it has gaps. So, the phone moves slightly inside it, and I'm not a fan of that. Also, the grip of this phone is very slippery, and just like any clear case, it's going to be a fingerprint magnet. Now, when it came down to the strength of the magnetic ring on the back of it, my Moft MagSafe wallet snapped into place, and held up really well with the shake tests. But as for the battery pack, it performed poorly, with it coming off pretty easily. I also did use my Apple MagSafe charging puck on it, and it charged well with it, but from this charging test, I did notice that it came off with ease when pulling it, and it moved very freely when moving the puck around. To me, it didn't feel as strong, but we'll see later if it's as strong as the rest in the Gaussmeter tests. As for the second case, which is more of a generic and budget-friendly type of case you'd find on Amazon, the Casekoo Magnetic Black, which comes with a cool magnetic accessory and some stickers, claims to say they are
#1 in magnetic power.
Well, we'll frickin' see about that.
Anyways, this case really got my attention, and it got mentioned quite a bit out there for its magnetic ring strength, and that's because it's a highly reviewed case. However, before I start going over the magnetic ring on it, this thing packs a different design on the back unlike the rest of them, since it doesn't include a smaller magnet towards the bottom of it like on the others. Now, just like the last case, the buttons are molded to it like on the Apple Clear case, but these buttons offer great travel and aren't stiff. Personally, they are great to the touch, and the silent and ring slider cutout is big and easy to access. As for the speaker and port cutouts, they're great, with the port cutout offering a big opening. Also, the case features an eyelet for wrist straps if needed. As for the lip on the front of it, it provides full all-around protection, but it's really flexible around the edges of the screen, unlike the Apple case. However, it does offer better lip protection around the entire camera, and it provides a little wider lip than most. Furthermore, it does feature interior shock padding at the corners of the case. And as for its fit and grip, it's an easy case to put on and take off since it's a slim silicone case. Now in terms of its grip, it's not slippery like the Apple case, and it certainly is better with a more smooth matte plastic feel to it. Casekoo also states that they offer 0 fingerprints on its case, but that's
False.
since they do appear on the back of it over time. Now, when testing out the magnets on it with my accessories, I gotta say, even though the lower magnet is missing below the magnetic ring, it definitely snaps the accessories better into place than the Apple Clear case, as both the wallet and battery pack hold up well after performing the light shake tests on them. But the battery pack did move slightly out of place, and at times did fall off. As for the charging puck, it snapped into place better than the Apple case, and noticeably it held on better from the tests. As for the next one, which is another clear MagSafe case from Rhinoshield, it certainly looks similar to the Apple Clear case, but unlike Apple's, it offers full protection all around the edges. This case is customizable, by the way, and Rhinoshield can give you various additional features that you can customize and add to it for more money. But I went with just the MagSafe clear case option without adding anything to it, and I'll go over the magnetic ring on it in a bit. But before I go over that, the case itself, aside from the full protection and no additional protective features, it personally offers great buttons with awesome travel, and they are really clicky. As for the ring and silent slider, it's got a decent cutout, and same goes for the speaker and port cutouts at the bottom. Now, I didn't talk about the raised lip on this case, but it's pretty much the same like on the Apple case with no flex or bend at all. It also has a lip on the back for the camera, and both these raised lips to me were the same like on the Apple Clear case. But when it came down to the fit and grip, the fit of this case is great when it's on, and I encountered no gap problems like on Apple's case. But putting this case on and taking it off is a pain. Hands down, it's one of the worst cases to put on and remove since it really takes a lot of effort to seal it in place with its really tight fit, even after following the installation tutorial instructions and trying various methods to make it easier. Also, with this type of fit, I noticed a big concern with the corners already showing small stretch marks from taking it off and putting it on a couple of times, and that's a problem, especially over time. As for its grip, it's a hard clear case, so it will feel slippery to the touch, but it wasn't as bad as Apple's clear case since the coating on it seems different. Now, as for the magnetic ring, my MagSafe accessories snapped into place even better on this case than the previous two, with the wallet holding up great to my shake tests without moving out of place. And same went with the battery pack. It held on and didn't shift out of place as well. Now, as for the Apple MagSafe charging puck, it snapped into place even better and held on really well when testing out the magnet. Moving on, the ESR Classic Hybrid was another strong MagSafe case that I wanted to test out, and it's very similar to the Casekoo case I talked about earlier in the way it looks, but it's definitely different when you look at it in detail. It's still a case that offers full all-around protection, and with the same raised lips like on the previous cases in the front, and a similar but a different design raised lip for the camera on the back. Now, I also did notice that the corners in the front were slightly raised, more than the rest in the front of the lip. And since I'm talking about the lip of the case, it flexes and bends near the edges, but not as badly as on the Casekoo case. Now, what's different between the Casekoo and this ESR Classic Hybrid is that the corner shock padding can be seen on the outside of the case, where on the Casekoo, it has it on the inside of it. As for the buttons, they're molded to the case, and I really like them as they are nice and wide, as well as clicky with a great amount of travel. The ring and silent slider is nice, and the port and speaker cutouts on the bottom are pretty decent. Also, just like the Casekoo, The Classic Hybrid comes with an eyelet on the left side of it if needed. Now, the grip and fit of the Classic Hybrid has a lot of resemblance to the Casekoo case, with the fit being the same, as it's really easy to put the case on and take it off. However, as for its grip, even though the Casekoo looks similar to the ESR, the grip is slightly different with a more matte finish than its counterpart, even though both offer the same type of finish to them. But Casekoo's was a little more slick compared to the ESR case. However, where the Classic Hybrid is clearly better than its counterpart and the rest of the cases preceding it is on the back of it, with its magnetic ring. When testing it out with the MagSafe wallet and battery pack, it snapped into place really quickly and held on great for all the light shake tests, without having any of them move out of place. On top of that, the charging puck did the same and it held on the best so far in these tests. For me, it was a lot harder to move it freely when it was on, and up until this point, it was the strongest magnetic ring I tested on any case. As for the last case in this review, the Magbak clear case really stands out as the most unique case with its array of magnets on the back of it. Now, last year I tested out the silicone version of this case, and it stood out to be the strongest magnetic case I tested back then. So once again, I wanted to see if the clear case would be stronger again against these other cases in this review. And I'll get to that part of how strong it is in just a bit. Now, when going over this case, Magbak includes a mag stick, which is a magnet that can be used to mount your iPhone and case pretty much anywhere you'd like to view it, like in a car or on a flat surface. On top of that, it comes with some tape that you can use to fill in any gaps in the phone case, but I didn't need to use it as the case had no gaps. Anyways, as for the case itself, it offers the same type of buttons like the rest in this review, and they look like the Apple clear case buttons, but they are a lot better and have a lot more travel when pressing them. As for the ring and silent slider, it's got a small opening, just like the Apple clear case, and the cutouts at the bottom are pretty decent. And when looking at the rest of the case, it provides corner shock padding on the inside of it for each corner. And I've also noticed that the corners are definitely a lot thicker than the rest of the case for added drop protection. On top of that, the raised lip looks better on this case than the rest that I reviewed, and it also features a more raised lip compared to the other cases near these corners on the front, just like on the ESR case. Not to mention, it also comes with a raised lip for the camera on the back of it. But if you're curious to know if the lip on this case bends, it surely does, with a lot of bend and flex near the front of it, so you're not going to get a tight, rigid seal, like on the Apple or Rhinoshield cases. But in terms of the fit and grip, it's easy to put on and take off the case, just like the Casekoo and ESR Classic Hybrid. And the grip is a little more slippery, but not as bad as Apple's clear case. Although where this case truly shines is with its 22 magnets on the back of it, where it not only snaps on all the MagSafe accessories including the wallet and battery pack, as well as the charging puck into place really well. It also easily passes my shake tests without having these accessories move out of place. However, one of the best things about it is that it's capable of magnetically attaching itself to various magnetic surfaces, even without the mag stick that comes with this case, and no other case will be able to truly do this. In my tests, I placed it on a metal door, and it held on great without falling off. So it's safe to say it's the strongest MagSafe case, right? Yup, and without a doubt, from the Gaussmeter readings that I performed on these cases, the Magbak was the clear winner, and that's not just because it had a lot of magnets on the back of it, but that it honestly packed the strongest magnets in it from my readings. Basically, the order that I reviewed all these cases in for this video leading up to this part was the same order from the weakest to the strongest magnetic case, and Magbak offered the highest magnetic readings with clearly higher values. The weakest in this whole review was the Apple Clear MagSafe case, with the rest showing stronger magnets.
But wait! There's more!
So, with me going over all of these magnetic tests and readings for these cases, there are still some other notable strong MagSafe cases that I reviewed recently and also wanted to mention since they really offer strong magnets, and that's what you came to see. So, one of the most recent cases that I reviewed, which is the MOF Snap case, packed a nice strong magnetic ring with really high readings like the ESR and Magbak, and it's definitely a case that I would recommend and check out right up here, as it's pretty similar to the Magbak case with its design. As for some other ones that I reviewed in my most rugged iPhone case review, which were the Rockform and Ghost Atomic Slim case, these two packed really strong magnets as well, especially the Rockform case, as it offered one of the strongest magnets I've seen pretty much out there, going neck and neck with the Magbak clear case. And one of the last notable mentions is the Phone Rebel Flex 14, which I reviewed in my last video, and that case, along with all the other Phone Rebel cases, offers strong magnets as well, being slightly behind the ones I just mentioned now. Anyways, after going over all these strong MagSafe cases and then mentioning other notable strong cases that I've tested in my previous videos, I really hope you got to see which one you might potentially be interested in after covering their magnetic strength. Overall, out of all of these that I've tested in this review, the Apple Clear MagSafe case really doesn't come close to the MagSafe strength that the other ones offer, even though some people out there say it has a strong magnet.
Well, you know the old expression, nope.
Obviously, the Rhinoshield, ESR, and Magbak cases were the strongest ones in this review, and they are one of the strongest out there. But with the other notable cases that I've mentioned from my previous videos, those too are quite strong, but it all comes down to which design and features you might prefer more on a case. All in all, I hope this video helped you out, and if you're interested in more reviews like this, subscribe to the channel and leave a thumbs up down below if you like the video. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you back here for the next one.